So this is my Liverpool vs Aston Villa match review, which ended Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0, as Arne Slot's Reds makes it 15 out of 17 wins since Arne Slot took over. But we haven't played anyone yet. Oh yeah, that's another one ticked off. That's season's 4th-place team, Aston Villa. Who beaten Bayern Munich, by the way, in the Champions League. But it's okay, we haven't played anyone yet. Bit of a weird kickoff, wasn't it? 8 PM kickoff on a Saturday. It was quite weird, quite a weird kickoff. And obviously we were done into this on the back of Man City using 2-1 away at Brighton. So there was an opportunity there to walk through the door and do 5 points here, and that we did do. But again, I don't think it was an easy game. Aston Villa certainly had their moments. For me. First half and second half. Sorry, I need to sneeze there. I hate it when you have to sneeze during a video, But yeah, we scored the first goal through Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez scored the goal. And once again, it was a fucking hard chance, wasn't it? It was a hard chance from Núñez. It came from a counter-attack. Came from Aston Villa's corner, and we hit Aston Villa on the counter-attack. Wonderful ball from Van Dijk. And Salah was brought down. It was a bad touch from Salah, but he was brought down by Ian Bailey, who was the last man. And Ian Bailey did avoid a red card. In my opinion, he should still be sent off. In my opinion, despite we went on to score. Because at the end of the day, obviously, it was kind of soft on Salah, let's be real. It was kind of soft, but he did trip him over. He did trip Salah over, and I think in football, you should still be given a red card for that. Because who knows, he might have done it again. And once then, the same scenario might have happened again, where you don't want to start. So, I actually think Bailey should have still been sent off, in my opinion. Because he was the last man, and he brought Salah down. And Darwin Núñez, yitty, awful touch from Núñez, isn't it? Awful touch, but I tell you what, can't lie, what a finish. What a great finish. But that's the thing with Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez is that fucking botter, isn't he? He's that botter where he makes everything hard for himself, and then in the final round, he will knock his opponent out in the final round. That's Darwin Núñez for you. He never makes things easy, does he? Because we'll get onto his chance. We'll get onto his attempt afterwards. But great finish, tight handle, but that was because of his bad touch. I don't know what it is with Núñez. Can we just say to Darwin Núñez, just shoot from long range. Just do not do 1-on-1 through and dome. Because that was the next chance from Darwin Núñez. Where he basically went 1-on-1, didn't he? 1-on-1 through and dome. And he passes it over the bar. Which should have been 2-0. And for me, I'm sorry, but I know you scored Darwin Núñez, but it's not done enough, really. It really isn't done enough at all. Second half, Darwin Núñez had a chance again. Should have been on target. Wonderful ball in from Robertson in the second half. Núñez passes his header over the bar. I just don't know what it is with Darwin Núñez. Has he got too much power in his foot? Too much power in his foot and on his head. It's just weird. But apart from them missed chances, he had a good game. You have to say he did have a good game, Darwin Núñez. But for the money we paid for him, he should be putting them chances away, in my opinion. If Darwin Núñez could start the easy chances, we probably would have won the league that season. And other trophies. And yes, we're 5 points clear this season, but we just don't want that scenario again where it could be Darwin Núñez tossing us a title because he can't put the easy chances away. But Aston Villa, for me, Aston Villa were probably the better team. Definitely were the better team in the second half though. Aston Villa created big moments for themselves. Did create a few moments for themselves, but I can't remember a clear touchdown stuff from Aston Villa. There were just more moments, weren't there? Moments and opportunities, in my opinion. They were quite poor in the final third, Aston Villa, with their end product. And they were obviously getting a lot of set pieces, a lot of corners as well. And that's where our second goal came from. Came from yesterday another counter attack from a corner. And I think Tonsa did have the ball, tried to hoof it forward, but it hit Salah's head and Salah was through and goal. 1-on-1. Salah had options to pass it as well. Took his time, composure, and slots it in for 2-0, pardon the pun, by saying slots it in for 2-0. And this was another tough game for us against an Aston Villa side who finished 4th last season. They're beaten Bayern Munich already this season in the Champions League. Yeah, I know they lost 4-1 at Spurs, but that was a bit of a freak result, let's be real. It ought to be a freak result. And once then, we take another game off. 15 out of 17 wins now. I think it might be more than that now, actually. I think it might be more than that. And 5 points here at the top. 10 points here above Arsenal. And Arsenal do play Chelsea. For me, even if Arsenal win today at Chelsea, I think Arsenal are still out of it for me. I think they're still out of it because they'll still have to overturn 7 points, in my opinion. Obviously, Arsenal would obviously close it after Man City, but Man City are still well in the title race for me, still well in it. Despite Man City 5 points behind, Man City can easily overturn that gap. They've done it before, 2018-19, where I think it was 7 points here above Man City. And they obviously beat us in that famous game that actually had to close it after 4 points and ended up winning the title by 1 point. So, yeah, I'm not going to be just stupid and rule Man City out, but Man City do not look good. They do not look good at all. I'm looking at Man City. And I just think the urgency's done. The mentality's done. Because, yes, we will, that's probably going to happen after, you've won 4 titles in the war. It's going to be hard to get yourself up, isn't it, to try and go for 5 in the war. I did say this at the start of the season, but yes, I know my start of the season prediction because I did predict Arsenal to win the league. Because I did expect Man City to drop off massively. But Arsenal, for me, are probably out of it now. They're out of it as well. And I will not forgive FSG in January if we don't invest in January. There's an opportunity now. We still have to play Man City at home. And I tell you what, beat Man City at home, you got 8 points here above them. And it'd be similar to the 1920 season then where that would be a fucking statement. But I won't forgive FSG if we don't invest in January. I really won't. Because there's an opportunity there now. Man City, I said it every year, they're getting weaker and weaker every year despite winning. Very weak defensively, Man City. Arsenal look like they've been found out this season. And they've only had one injury, let's be real, to Martin Odegaard. Don't get Arsenal fans say, oh, we've had an injury crisis when they haven't. They've had one injury, Martin Odegaard. Obviously, Declan Rice is out, but Odegaard's back, so it's still one injury. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I thought Canate was my man in the match personally. But 15 out of 17 wins under Arne Slot. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And what a beautiful weekend. No matter what the Arsenal result is. What a beautiful weekend. Up the Reds. And the BTEC Lord Voldemort, by the way. 15 out of 17 wins. Up the Reds.